Anyways, this is my team. Female clingy. Female deadbeat. A-hole. And female stinky. I had been trying to play the game for days, but people kept disconnecting. I went ahead and saved the first child, hoping this would motivate my teammates not to disconnect. I grabbed the child and gathered fuel and scrap, then returned to camp that night. Everything seemed normal. No one was dead, and I could focus on getting the second child. It's okay, RCD, it's okay, don't worry, accidents happen, it will be okay. I dropped what I had gathered at camp and rushed back to save female Stinky. No, she didn't thank me, but who cares? Cries in silent. As I gathered more materials, female Clingy was now dead. I wanted to retrieve her clingy body, but someone else was already doing that. So I went back to camp to unload my sack. Seeing my teammates help each other gives me hope. Female Clingy was revived by female deadbeat happy times. I stumbled upon the hospital, and it made me both happy and sad, as I knew what this represented, spending the entire game reviving people. Female Clingy stood frozen in place, contemplating her existence. I dropped the fuel and scrap and was happy to see the campfire was soon going to reach level 5. I went ahead to gather more stuff when female deadbeat died. And as I ran to reach female deadbeat, I noticed something suspicious. A-hole was building shelves. It was clear that female deadbeat had been mauled by wolves, so I had to deal with the beasts first. Female Stinky was about to meet the same end and needed a hand. As I approached the camp, my heart began to race. I was reluctant to accept reality, but it couldn't be ignored. A-hole had been spending all the scrap I'd gathered on shelves, placing them at random. As I prepared myself to type something that would get me banned, A-hole was obliterated by a frog. And before I could say anything, the little coward disconnected. I then noticed that female deadbeat had a hammer, and I instantly calmed down when I saw her fixing the base. I never imagined she'd spend the entire game playing with the shelves. But at that moment I didn't know that, so I thought it would be nice to give her some furniture. Female deadbeat's response was to die. I revived her, and she, of course, would not even jump to show gratitude. Deadbeat. Female deadbeat was dead again that night, and I finally understood what was happening. She wasn't eating at all. Ungrateful, ungrateful, ungrateful. Female deadbeat continued removing shelves and placing them back again. And on day 17, female Stinky was dead for a second time. Not too bad. And dying to a bear is somewhat reasonable, right? Right? No stinky thanks given that night. But it was a good night, as I was able to finally complete the campfire. Having seen what the bear did to female Stinky, female deadbeat went ahead and got the same treatment. Female Clingy following me was stressing me out, but fortunately she survived. After gently treating female deadbeat's wounds, I stood right in front of her ready to get banned, but she surprised me by thanking me for the first time. She, of course, went back to doing her thing, placing shelves. Female Clingy was dead. Wow. Wow. I warned my ugly teammates that I had no more bandages, but of course they ignored me. I honestly didn't want them to keep dying, so I decided to build tons of farm plots. But female deadbeats still refused to eat. Extremely irritating. I couldn't do more but to explain to her why she was dead. Her excuse? No one was feeding her. Deadbeat, cough, deadbeat. Perhaps more farm plots would make a difference, I thought to myself. But no, female Clingy was also dying for the same reason. To my surprise, female Stinky revived female Deadbeat. I guess she had been saving a bandage. Ungrateful and demanding. That's how 99% of interactions go in this game. As I looked for more bandages, female Deadbeat was of course dead again. You know something is terribly wrong when the cultists are less annoying than your own teammates. I finally found a medkit and told them I could revive one of them. But when I received no response, I revived female Clingy. She was after all supporting me, lol. Would any of you watching this video risk your lives to get bandages for teammates like these? Most likely not, but I seem to enjoy doing exactly that. The church had 2 bandages, and it almost cost me my life to get them. And yes, it wasn't worth it. I was back at camp and told female Deadbeat to make an effort. I also bought the crockpot to ensure this time they wouldn't die. They seemed excited and happy, I guess. The fire I had worked so hard to keep going was, of course, being neglected. And when I returned to camp, I found female Deadbeat playing with the farm plots. Absolutely disgusting and infuriating. Something was deeply wrong and disturbing with my teammates. No sense of self-preservation. After trying my best to stop her, I went out with the first rays of sunlight, only to have my day ruined by female Deadbeat's never-ending stupidity. I was feeling lonely and needed a worthy companion, so I got myself a dog. Back at camp, female Clingy discovered she could build a freezer. But that freezer was unfortunately not producing food because why would it? Female Clingy announced she was hungry, while female Stinky tried to cook female Deadbeat. The inevitable happened. Female Clingy succumbed at my feet. Very clingy, very irritating. I offered her some food, but she was too proud to eat it. The next day, I decided I needed better company, so I went ahead and upgraded my flute and tried to tame a better animal. But unfortunately, my flute was garbage. So instead, I got a second dog. Come, come. With female Clingy gone from the game, I went back to camp to deal with the cultists. That's when female Stinky died. But by this point, I had had enough of this infuriating experience. Even though female Stinky hadn't died as much as the others, she had contributed nothing, and it was time for this horrible experience to end. With the help of my loyal wife, I climbed on top of the house, where I would end the suffering. It was quick and painless, and with my last breaths, I watched the campfire die, marking the end of this journey.